Hey, Planeswalkers, Mithras here. Hope you're doing well. Today we got something special again. We're trying for that Mythic spot, so let's hop into it right away, and then we'll cover off on the deck after. Again, playing Mono Red. Now, this deck is a little bit modified from the one that I hit last season, which we'll cover. But before we do so, I just quickly want to say here, thank you to everyone that subscribed to the channel. Always appreciate the comments and the feedback. Please feel free to subscribe down over there, as always, for fun, exciting content. Now, let's see what we got. We got a Karuga, so this guy's playing fires. We got a good run here. The thing that could stop us is the board wipe with Clarion. But, never fear. Gotta give it a shot. Can't play it like they have it. We know that they have it in the deck. We gotta do the best that we can. So let's see how this goes. Now this deck can easily, very easily turn 4 win. So that puts Luca out of business. Oh, this is looking really good for us, actually. So here's what we do. We go like that. We go like this. And we hit him one more whopping time. And that Clarion is not a problem anymore. Next turn is lethal. Boom! Look at that Mono Red. I didn't script that, I promise. Ooh, look at that Mythic. Looks so beautiful doing it that way too. Wow, that is what you call the nut draw. Wow. Nasty, nasty, nasty. I turn 3. Look at that. Definitely turn 4 win, but yeah, that's why that thing is amazing. That was a 2-minute video there. Yes, we just hit Mythic live, so I will spend the next minute or so covering the deck. So let's hop into it here, and then I'll do a recap as well. Let's see here. That lovely, lovely Mono Red deck is aggro deck 5. I probably passed it. Sorry, I got my camera in the way. All right, friends, there we have it. Mono Red 5. So here's what I did over the last season. Interestingly enough, I cut the Phoenix and I cut Robber the Rich. Pretty interesting. And then I also cut the Goblin. So I did this because I felt, hey, it's great to have a 2-drop that's got reach. People forget about that, but also the ability to pull the opponent's card. But then I got to play something that might not be in my deck. So this is a best of 1 deck. I don't have a best of 3. I would probably best of 3 put Robber in there. Now I would do that because you're playing other aggro decks. So something to keep in mind. I really found that to be way more efficient in terms of my curve. And additionally, to have this, and now Skewer to take stuff off the board is absolutely amazing. It knocks down Luca decks because turn 5, you can just, with Bone Crush or Shock, you just take the token off the board. So same thing with Lurrus decks, you just take Lurrus off the board. So this deck runs super well against cycle decks as well. Things to keep in mind. Now, interestingly enough, because, I mean, we're still running good on creatures, but you could go lower on the Embercleave if you wanted. I would maybe even go 3 on here. And maybe put in or 2 and go 2 more direct damage cards. That would be very well. Or you could do Infuriate, which I love. Great card. So anyway, this is the Mono Red aggro deck, red deck wins, whatever you call it, that I play now for Mythic. I will continue to do so and keep you guys updated on my ranking. I'm gonna try something new. I think I might do like a couple episodes of this deck and continue to play. I know there's a lot of new stuff out there in terms of the meta, like Azorius that's taking control, but that, again, that's the best of 3 deck, and this can still beat it. So turn 4, you can win. There's ways to play around things, and obviously could update the sideboard here, but I gave you a few different things that you could use. If you have questions, please let me know down below. I will have this deck list available for you down below in the description. Very, very excited to hit Mythic again. That was, I feel like, the fastest I've done it. I think there's like 14 days left in the season, which is great. I will also be continuing to make decks for you guys to play, but maybe not in Mythic, because I want to see if I can keep climbing here this month. So trying something different, like I said. Now let's hop into it quickly here, and I just want to cover off on maybe some of my season, just so that you guys can see. So here's what we have in terms of ladder performance. So this is Untapped, my Untapped profile, 165, 156. Generally, I find 30-ish hours to make it to Mythic. I did have some problems early on. So here you can see that one of the aggro decks that I was playing, I believe this was the one from last season. A few peaks, setbacks. Now, Mardu Luris Knights I struggled with, but then I popped over this top 10 Mardu deck knight that I showed before. I have a great win streak with that in terms of percentage wins. And then here as well is where you see that Mono Red Aggro come back into play. Very, very powerful deck. And obviously you can see a couple of different things. A lot of it for me is showcasing some of these decks competitively for you guys too. And sometimes I also forget to show that. So overall, you can see the matchups there. We have Jeskai matchup for me being the worst. Also Mono Red being the worst, which is kind of funny because that's not necessarily true. Now, if we dig into it, this is overall, you guys, so this is everything. Now, if we actually dig into my competitive decks that I played, Mono Red Aggro here, I'm at a 65% win rate. So very, very powerful deck. We highlight this one. Let's see here. There we go. We highlight this one. Now let's look at Jeskai. Fairly even. Great against Sack. But again, maybe not enough data for you, but on the play, 72%, which is great. 57 on the draw. Very, very high win rates. This deck is awesome. As you can see, here's the highlight. I started playing it towards the end of the season. Again, was that a couple days ago I made that switch. So let's go back here as well and look. So showcase that Azorius Yorion deck for you guys. Really like that one. Now here was the red deck wins deck that I played for a while. I started having issues with it, so that's why I modified it to the Mono Red Aggro 5. What else did I want to show you? Here we go. Mardu Knights. Look at that. 42, 21, 67% win rate. Let's drill into this bad boy for you as well. And here's what we got. Very like mid season here, so middle, a lot of games played. This thing, I had a great win rate overall. Even against Jeskai, it does really well. On the play, it was 85%, so that's stronger than Mono Red. But on the draw, it was 48. So most of those losses came there. Only about 4 hours played as well. And a few different versions that I played. And let's go back and drill into that match time on that red aggro deck as well. So match time about 3 hours there too. So there you guys have it. Loving what we got going on here. I'm now at 96% Mythic, and we can close that there. If you have questions, again, let me know. Happy to talk about it. Happy to bounce ideas off. Please ask down below. Very excited about this. As always, I'm back-to-back months is great. And lastly, I just want to say thank you guys again. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Keep updates. follow on with the Mythic journey here, and then I'll continue to pump out some videos for you guys in terms of competitive decks and those things, and some of the meta, some of the brawl decks, all that fun stuff, historic things. So take care, Planeswalkers. Stay safe. We did it again for the May season. See you soon.